Yes, many electricians have experienced this issue with AFCIs nuisance stripping due to surges originating from surge protectors. Surge protectors contain metal oxide varistors, or MOVs, that protect against voltage spikes. When a surge occurs, the MOV conduct current to ground. In certain scenarios, when appliances or devices are switched off, a surge can be induced on the neutral line, causing an imbalance between the hot and neutral currents. This imbalance can trigger the AFCI to trip. Several factors contribute to this problem. Firstly, the type of surge protector matters. Surge protectors that connect to the neutral and ground conductors, NG or HG, can contribute to the problem. Secondly, appliance or device characteristics are also important. Appliances or devices that produce a significant inductive load, such as vacuum cleaners and hair dryers, are more likely to generate surges when switched off. Thirdly, the circuit layout affects this as well. Circuits with long wire runs or multiple devices plugged into a single outlet can increase the likelihood of voltage imbalances. Several solutions exist. One solution is to use surge protectors with HN protection. Consider using surge protectors that connect between the hot and neutral wires only, HN. These surge protectors eliminate the potential for imbalances between hot and ground. Another solution involves installing grounding adapters. Installing a grounding adapter and the surge protector can provide a path for the surge current to ground. However, this is not a permanent solution and may not be acceptable to all homeowners. Another possible solution is to use induction limiting devices. In some cases, installing an induction limiting device on the circuit can reduce the surge produced when devices are switched off. These devices typically contain a combination of resistors and capacitors to limit the current surge. Contacting AFCI manufacturers is another option. Reach out to AFCI manufacturers to inquire about updated models or firmware that may address this issue. As a last resort, consider alternative circuit protection. In extreme cases, you may need to consider alternative circuit protection methods such as ground fault circuit interrupters, or AFCIs, or overcurrent devices. However, it's important to consult with qualified electricians before making any changes to the electrical system. It's also worth noting that AFCIs are designed to protect against arc faults, which can be dangerous and cause fires. While nuisance tripping can be frustrating, it's crucial to prioritize safety and ensure that AFCIs are properly installed and functioning. Moving on to the technical details, let's delve deeper into metal oxide varistors, or MOVs, and their role in surge protection. An MOV is a voltage-dependent resistor. At normal operating voltages, it exhibits a very high resistance, effectively acting as an open circuit. However, when the voltage exceeds a certain threshold, known as the clamping voltage, the MOV resistance rapidly decreases, allowing it to conduct large currents and divert the surge away from sensitive equipment. MOV are typically connected between the line and neutral, line and ground, or neutral and ground conductors. In the case of surge protectors with NG or HG protection, MOV are present between the neutral and ground, or hot and ground conductors respectively. When a surge occurs on the line, the MOV clamps the voltage and diverts the excess current to ground. This protects connected devices from being damaged by the surge. However, under certain conditions, the MOV can also contribute to AFCI nuisance tripping. When an appliance or device is switched off, the sudden interruption of current flow can induce a voltage surge on the line. This surge can be particularly pronounced if the appliance has a significant inductive load, such as a motor or transformer. The surge can cause the MOV to conduct current to ground, creating an imbalance between the hot and neutral currents. AFCIs are designed to detect these imbalances, which can be indicative of an arc fault. If the imbalance exceeds a certain threshold, the AFCI will trip, even if there is no actual arc fault present. The type of surge protector used can exacerbate this problem. Surge protectors with NG or HG protection are more likely to cause AFCI nuisance tripping because they provide a direct path for the surge current to flow between the neutral and ground conductors. This can create a significant imbalance between the hot and neutral currents, triggering the AFCI. Surge protectors with only HN protection are less likely to cause nuisance tripping because they do not provide a direct path for the surge current to flow between the neutral and ground conductors. Instead, the surge current is diverted back to the source through the neutral conductor, which is less likely to create an imbalance that triggers the AFCI. In addition to the type of surge protector used, the characteristics of the appliance or device that generates the surge can also play a role. Appliances with significant inductive loads, such as vacuum cleaners, hair dryers, and power tools, are more likely to generate surges when switched off. These surges can be particularly pronounced if the appliance is connected to a long or heavily loaded circuit. The circuit layout can also contribute to the problem. Circuits with long wire runs or multiple devices plugged into a single outlet can be more susceptible to voltage imbalances. This is because the impedance of the wiring can cause voltage drops and reflections, which can amplify the surge and make it more likely to trigger the AFCI. Now let's move on to more detailed solutions, beginning with HN surge protectors. As mentioned earlier, using surge protectors with only HN protection can significantly reduce the likelihood of AFCI nuisance tripping. These surge protectors do not provide a direct path for the surge current to flow between the neutral and ground conductors, which minimizes the potential for imbalances between the hot and neutral currents. When selecting an HN surge protector, it's important to choose one that is appropriately rated for the circuit on which it will be used. The surge protector should have a clamping voltage that is below the maximum voltage rating of the connected devices, but above the normal operating voltage of the circuit. It's also important to consider the surge current rating of the surge protector. This is the maximum amount of current that the surge protector can safely handle during a surge event. The surge current rating should be high enough to protect the connected devices from the most likely surge events in your area. Another solution involves grounding adapters. Installing a grounding adapter and the surge protector can provide a path for the surge current to ground. This can help to reduce the imbalance between the hot and neutral currents and prevent the AFCI from tripping. However, it's important to note that using a grounding adapter is not a permanent solution and may not be acceptable to all homeowners. Grounding adapters typically consist of a 3-prong plug with a wire that is connected to a nearby ground source, such as a metal water pipe or a grounding screw on an electrical outlet. When a surge occurs, the surge current is diverted to ground through the grounding adapter, which helps to reduce the voltage on the neutral conductor and prevent the AFCI from tripping. However, it's important to ensure that the ground source is properly grounded. If the ground source is not properly grounded, the grounding adapter may not be effective and could even create a safety hazard. In addition, some homeowners may object to the use of grounding adapters because they can be unsightly and may not comply with local electrical codes. Induction limiting devices offer another solution. Installing an induction limiting device on the circuit can reduce the surge produced when devices are switched off. These devices typically contain a combination of resistors and capacitors to limit the current surge. Induction limiting devices work by absorbing and dissipating the energy of the surge, which reduces the voltage on the line and prevents the AFCI from tripping. These devices are typically installed in series with the circuit and can be used to protect individual appliances or entire circuits. When selecting an induction limiting device, it's important to choose one that is appropriately rated for the circuit on which it will be used. The device should have a voltage and current rating that is compatible with the circuit, and it should be installed according to the manufacturer's instructions. Contacting AFCI manufacturers is another avenue to explore. Reach out to AFCI manufacturers to inquire about updated models or firmware that may address this issue. AFCI technology is constantly evolving, and manufacturers are always working to improve the performance and reliability of their devices. By contacting AFCI manufacturers, you can learn about the latest developments in AFCI technology and find out if there are any updated models or firmware that may address the nuisance tripping issue. In some cases, AFCI manufacturers may be able to provide technical support or guidance on how to troubleshoot and resolve AFCI nuisance tripping problems. Considering alternative circuit protection methods can be a last resort. In extreme cases, you may need to consider alternative circuit protection methods, such as ground fault circuit interrupters, or AFCIs, or overcurrent devices. However, it's important to consult with qualified electricians before making any changes to the electrical system. AFCIs are designed to protect against ground faults, which can occur when current leaks from a circuit to ground. AFCIs work by monitoring the current flowing through the hot and neutral conductors of a circuit. If there is a difference in current between the two conductors, the AFCI will trip, interrupting the flow of electricity and preventing a potentially dangerous shock. Overcurrent devices, such as circuit breakers and fuses, are designed to protect against overloads and short circuits. Overcurrent devices work by interrupting the flow of electricity when the current exceeds a certain threshold. This prevents the wiring from overheating and potentially causing a fire. It's important to note that AFCIs and overcurrent devices are not designed to protect against arc faults. AFCIs are the only type of circuit protection device that is specifically designed to protect against arc faults. Therefore, it's important to ensure that AFCIs are properly installed and functioning in areas where arc faults are a concern, such as bedrooms and living rooms. Here are some final considerations. It's also worth noting that AFCIs are designed to protect against arc faults, which can be dangerous and cause fires. While nuisance tripping can be frustrating, it's crucial to prioritize safety and ensure that AFCIs are properly installed and functioning. AFCIs are designed to detect arc faults by monitoring the current flowing through a circuit. Arc faults are characterized by erratic and unpredictable current patterns, which can be caused by damaged wiring, loose connections, or faulty appliances. When an AFCI detects an arc fault, it will trip, interrupting the flow of electricity and preventing a potentially dangerous fire. The 2008 National Electrical Code, or NEC, requires AFCIs to be installed in all branch circuits that supply bedrooms, living rooms, and other areas where arc faults are a concern. The NEC also requires AFCIs to be installed in certain appliance circuits, such as those that supply dishwashers and clothes washers. If you are experiencing AFCI nuisance tripping, it's important to troubleshoot the problem and identify the cause. Nuisance tripping can be caused by a variety of factors, including faulty wiring, loose connections, faulty appliances, and surge protectors. Once you have identified the cause of the nuisance tripping, you can take steps to correct the problem and prevent it from happening again. If you are unable to resolve the nuisance tripping problem on your own, it's important to consult with a qualified electrician. An electrician can help you to troubleshoot the problem, identify the cause, and recommend the appropriate solution. Remember, electrical work can be dangerous, so it's important to take precautions and follow all safety guidelines. If you are not comfortable working with electricity, it's best to leave the work to a qualified electrician. Always turn off the power to the circuit before working on it. Use insulated tools and wear appropriate safety gear, such as gloves and safety glasses. If you are unsure about anything, consult with a qualified electrician.